Welcome to NXT Battleground Tampa. And we are ready to go. What a way to kick this night off with potentially the last match of Ricky Saints' NXT career. And that I say that because Ricky Saints has made it obvious they're scouts from SmackDown, WCW, ECW, AAA, everywhere. They're all out here to watch the next greatest thing to professional wrestling. And that is something that has brought Ricky to the conversation, to the dance, to the squared circle. His confidence to believe that he is still the next guy in line to be the face of a company. But tonight, he's going to get someone who feels the same way as him and feels like tonight is the night to put the old dog to pasture. And that's crazy to use those words on Ricky Saints. And again, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us here at Battleground Night 1. Where is a Night 2? We will discuss some of the matches throughout the show tonight. We'll have 5 matches tonight, 5 meaningful matches for championships across the board, from Evolve to here in NXT, different types of stars to watch. And this is one of those examples right now in Mason Rook. You look at him, you're thinking, damn, bro, what the hell? But when you watch him in that ring, moves like a Samoa Joe, moves like a Gunther, it gives you that promise. It's someone that you're looking at, wow, maybe I judged the book before I saw it. Maybe I did that. No, this guy right here. Look at him, just flipping it back like nothing. And I think that's what Ricky Saints has also done. Judged this man before he's even gotten a chance to look at him. I've seen him outside of NXT. Talented man. Let's see what he brings to the equation here. And right now, holding it right into Rook, already starting off. But look at Ricky. Ricky, the veteran here in NXT. Oh, wait a second. Small package pin, trying to get the win here. Oh, Ricky Saints. Leg drop right there onto Mason Rook. And this is a great way to start off Battleground, because it's not a championship that's involved here. This is just the bare bones of it. This is just the meat of it. And this is what we're going to get here. No fat, no nothing. This is beautiful wrestling here. A newcomer by the name of Mason Rook, trying to prove to a NXT staple, a man that believes he's the face of NXT. And wherever he's going to go, he's going to be the brand of that company. Believes that, you know, this is just a good showing of what NXT is. You'll have developed stars like Ricky Saints going up against stars like this, young stars like Mason Rook. And we get to see Mason Rook in a big, high-pressure matchup here, especially opening up the show here on Battleground Tampa. I've been hyping this one up for weeks. Been hyping it up for it, man. 2-night event here for NXT. So excited to see these. And this is how we'll get some NXT events. We saw King of the Ring. Had an NXT episode for the King of the Ring, and saw a little bit of Evolve as well. And here we go, kicking it off Battleground, man. And a lot of people would say Ricky Saints needs to keep this match at 100%, at 100, fast paced, quick going like that to wear out Mason Rook. But here's the thing, that strategy is not going to work out here, because Mason Rook can match you at just that. He can match you at that strategy. And right now, I think the experience of Ricky Saints is what he's going to need to use to win this. But also, we know Ricky Saints. We know who he is in a nutshell. He's a confidence dude. He works off of his confidence. And it's going to be a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because he could get a little overconfident here against Mason Rook and drop in a big kick there that knocks down Mason Rook. You know, it's his personality. His confidence is his personality. You know, he believes that these bright lights right now are going to turn up the pressure for Ricky. And Ricky was quick and obvious to Mason Rook and told him, when those lights are bright and they're cooking you like a turkey and you're out here moist and you're out here all moist because of that, man, I'm gonna for sure finally stick the fork in you, and you're gonna be done before you even start, man. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And we know Rook does not need to out-talk Ricky at all. This is just in the ring. In the ring, that's where you're gonna do the talking now. At this point, he does have the advantage that he can overpower Ricky. And that's where I think where Ricky could fall short if he takes him too lightly, and he doesn't realize that this man can move with you and use the ropes the same way you do. And this is a different challenge for Ricky Saints that he's had here in the NXT roster. As Rook right here looking to make an example out of Ricky Saints. And now step into the outside. And then this matchup, General Manager Robert Stone has given freedom to them. Has told him, oh, I want no reasons to why. This is a clean fight. And oh, powerbomb, sit down. Sit down powerbomb by Mason Rook onto Ricky Saints. I'm still used to it. Saints now. Shot to the back. Elbow to the face of Rook. And this is maybe the closer, maybe the end. No, kick out by Mason Rook. And I think you could see right now that Ricky, every time he tries to build momentum, Mason Rook is there to cut him off and force him into a little bit more of a physical fight and a fast-paced fight. And Ricky needs to be careful with that. He needs to be very careful with that. Because the longer this match goes, I don't know if Ricky's going to start questioning his confidence. Not going to be sure if he's going to be questioning whether or not he can win this. Because the longer this goes, you thought this match was going to end like that. But this kid is giving you a fight right now, Ricky. He's fighting you right now. He's giving you quite the fight here, man. And Ricky, though, fighting in with a shot there to Rook. But now, the punch by Rook. And another punch back. And a slap across the... No, Rook back with another punch. And, you know, Rook chose to go after Ricky Starks for a reason. You're going after a man who has been one of the headliners of NXT for the last year. So I'm 100% sure he knows what he's doing. It's a smart move by the kid. And for Ricky Saints to entertain it, that's just even smarter on Rook to be like, hey, if I beat you tonight, I'm climbing that ladder so fast. I climbed it so quick that no one could stop me. And we'll wait and see how that goes. But remember the performance, this performance from whoever gets this win. Because tonight, championships could be calling you. They could be saying, hey, you opened up Battleground and you got to win. A Michinoka driver. Rook got him. Oh, that's crazy. Rook getting the pinfall on Ricky Saints. And yes, Mason Rook victorious over Ricky Saints to kick off Battleground Tampa. Well, look at that Kendal stick to the head. And Mason Rook got the better of Ricky Saints here tonight. And you got to wonder if Saints was too much in the conversations, too much in his head about what brand would he choose. Raw, WCW, ECW, SmackDown. Maybe he was too much in his head and overlooked Mason Rook. But I know Mason Rook is here in NXT. And he's here for the NXT Championship. He's here for the North American Championship. He's here to make a name for himself and make his way to the top of NXT. If this was the last time we see Ricky Saints, man, I don't know if this is how you want to go out. I honestly don't know if this is how you want to go out. I'm just saying, Ricky. I think you want to go out in a better fashion. But Mason Rook definitely got the better of you here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We got the Women's Evolve Championship up next. The NXT Tag Team Championships will be on the line. OTM versus Hank and Tank. As we get ready for this tag team matchup, OTM got here by defeating the likes of Dark State and even Hank and Tank in a matchup. And now Hank and Tank said, you know what? Enough with that third team. We beat you the second time we face off. So let's do this one. Let's close it out here. And let's figure out who the better team truly is. Is it OTM or is it Hank and Tank? Again, the tag team division's always so different here in the NXT. You got teams and pairs like Hank and Tank. You got teams like OTM who are brothers. You got these kinds of situations going on. But then you got random teams pairing up out of nowhere. And they're out here competing for championships. So Hank and Tank always have to be aware of their surroundings and what kind of teams they're going to have to face here in NXT. I do want to give you a little bit more card matchups tonight. The women will main event us here tonight to a co-main event with the Women's Evolved Championship. Nikkita Lyons defending her title, and Kali Armstrong is her challenger. And then in our main event fight of the night, it will be a triple threat matchup. Jacy Jayne, Kendal Gray, Lola Weiss for the World Heavyweight Championship, for the Women's Championship. And Wren Sinclair, you can never forget about that one girl who is crazy and wild. Kendal Gray and Wren, great friends. Part of Wren's QCC. Or Wren no QCC. I don't know what that whole group's about nowadays. I sound like an old man there. But the tag team titles are on the line. OTM, Bronco, and Nima ready to get this championship. And we'll also have the NXT European Championship on the line as Charlie Dempsey defends his title versus Evil. So we got 4 more matches. Here is a tag team champions. Look at the tag team champions. Hank and Tank ready to cause some destruction in this one here. And I'm going to compare this to what it's going to be a fight. Forget any strategies. Forget any complicated goals here. This is just going to be a straight up fight between the champions defending their title against Bronco and Nima of OTM, who are fighting for gold. This is their objective. This is their next story. This is what they want. They want to be tag team champions here in NXT. You know, you got 2 teams here that can hit hard. They absorb punishment and can completely change the momentum of a match with just one big move. Each own a win over each other. It wasn't triple threat action, but you know, you always have to be aware with Dark State, because Dark State is left out of this matchup. They've been involved with them the last several weeks on NXT. So you got to wonder if Dark State's going to try to make their presence known here tonight. Hank and Tank making a tag in already. Trying to close this one out soon and quick. And look at the lift up power right there. Drop him on the atomic drop there. And the tag champions are up right now on OTM. You know, look, man. These matches are all about communication. You got to be able to learn how to be able to talk with the other guy that's got your back here. You got to be able to know when you need to tell him, hey, come tag me in. I need a break. I need a break. You have to know how to ride the momentum. And there's always a general between the two. And it's not doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you worse. It just means one of them is watching the match, observing the match, or feeling the match, and understanding I need to do this instead and go there. And that takes some skill right there. Right now the fight's coming on. Powerbomb time. Here we go. Oh, nice one right there. Snake Eyes went in reverse right there in a Powerball formation. I said Powerball? Thinking of the Powerball all the time, my guy. And here we go. Take care of business. The champions dominating right now. The challengers. And now here come the champs. So what is this? A moonsault? No, just a back elbow drop. I think he hit the knee. That's a different way of doing it, but fuck it, you know. Hurt the knee with that elbow drop, and here comes the pinfall. But there is a kick out. And oh, rolling out of that one. He saw his opponent coming from a distance. He was like, you ain't going to kick me in the back of the head there. We ain't playing that. And a pinfall right here as the challengers getting really desperate, thinking that they can get a pinfall this early in the matchup. Definitely, they must not know about him. They must not know about the champions here. They out here thinking they can have another one of him by tomorrow. So don't you ever for a second get to thinking that these tag team champions are irreplaceable. Hank and Tank wanting to prove that they can be a top team in not only NXT, but all of WWE. And here, oh, a big bounce, a huge bounce. That's a big man that just got bounced, though. Oh, but there's a tag, and that's what I'm talking about, communication. Understanding where your partner's at, and a back slap hand right there. Impressive there. Change of momentum real quick. We went from a huge bounce to a pinfall here, and OTM trying to get the win, but a kick out by Hank and Tank. Man, my strategy if I was OTM's manager would have been this simple. Isolate one member and prevent Hank and Tank from using their combined power. Don't let them get into this together. Don't let them get in the zone. That would be my plan for him. Tell him keep them isolated. Don't let them do this kind of stuff. And there you go. There you go. You know, like I said, this isn't a strategy matchup because these guys are all about, you know, power and punches. But I think that's the thing. If you could keep that in there, and if one team can think about the mind game a little bit more, you know, make this a chess match, because you know they're strong, you're strong, nothing separates you. But if you can get the mind game going, you know, there we go, man. This matchup could just become about keeping your opponent from their tag partner tagging, and you want to stop that. And there, look at this, trying to make that hot tag, and he got the hot tag. That's what helped OTM take advantage of it. And now, can the champions do that? Oh, over the head, left up right there, huge one. And there is a tag that he got him. And now the champs are looking for that momentum, looking to take down OTM. OTM's getting it right now, getting the business from the champions. The whole complexion of this match can be changing soon, but OTM slows it down, and OTM didn't come to Battleground to have a good showing. They came here because they believe those championships should belong around their waist, and they'll take it by force if they need to. They'll outpower. They'll do what they need to do. And now Hank and Tank in trouble. Electric chair. Bam! Oh, devastating maneuver there. That is impressive. That is a big man. That's over 300 pounds that you lifting up. No, maybe 200 pounds. Still, that's still impressive. You try lifting up 200 pounds like that right now, like that from that, and lifting it above your head like that, and then throwing them over like that. Definitely a impressive maneuver there for OTM. What a tag team matchup this has been. This is NXT Battleground Tampa Bay. We'd like to welcome you here again, and say thank you so much for joining us and spending your night, spending your day, spending your time with us, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching. Thank you for watching this incredible tag team matchup as OTM right now, full-on power clotheslines. And look at this, end of days, an end of days. But the champs breaking that up real quick, understanding you cannot fall down on this one right now. Cannot fall behind. I don't think I need to say it, but I'm going to say it. You become the champions. You are the measuring stick for every team in NXT. You are the bar for every squad in NXT. And in a couple weeks' time, we will see a two-branded pay-per-view bragging rights between NXT and ECW. So you think of it. You win tonight. You're the tag team champions. You might head into that pay-per-view to face off against ECW's best tag team, their tag team champions. And what a key matchup that'd be. That will put you in the spotlight like that. So you want to get this win right now. And Hank and Tank want to retain their titles. They ain't giving up. And that's the thing though. If you win this, you still have the challenge of having to defend your titles. And you have so many teams that some of them aren't even paired up yet. And some are going to get paired up. Some are already there. But that's the thing about NXT. Just so many combinations of teams want to come together and compete. And here comes the tag team of Hank and Tank lifting them up, man. More getting the work. Giving him the work. Giving him the business here. But OTM, again, finding ways to shut down the momentum of the champions. Finding ways to slow it down, and a big-time clothesline yet again. And what I know about that NXT versus ECW pay-per-view, it will be a bragging rights event. And the winning team just gets that. You're just a better brand. You're that better spotlight, and you get $10 million. That's money right there to sign anyone you want to outbid them. $10 million bucks, $10 million. That's big contracts, and you can go and get big names if you'd like to do that, and a stomp over the head to break up that pin. But ECW and NXT, and we'll have more of those bragging right events. There are different types of PLEs that won't fall into the monthly PLEs. They'll be just a showcase of talent, man, because that's what we have here. So much talent. Want to showcase everybody, give everybody some time to show what they can do. And as long as you guys support, it's always going to keep coming down to that. And we'll do what we need to do here. And a tag in now. Here comes the tag. And Hank and Tank back at it again. Oh, flew. That man flew. He flew like a plane ride from LAX to O'Hare. And running power slam. That's a big dude. OTM though. I think you got one to kick out, and you know. And I think Bronco and Nemo thought that we was gonna kick out, and it did not happen there. The Hank and Tank connection. Still, your NXT Tag Team Champion. Celebrated, my guys. That's what I told you. Communication was going to be so important. And there was an assumption there from OTM thinking, yeah, he could kick out of that running power slam. I don't know. It didn't look that way, man. And the champions will retain. And we'll see if they're still champions. Well, we get to bragging rights when NXT takes on ECW. But don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen. We got a big one up next. A championship matchup. Let's get it.
The following is a submission match. That is for the NXT European Championship.
As we get ready for this monumental match for Evil, he is making his debut here tonight on Battleground Tampa, and it's going to be for the NXT European Championship. And for Charlie Dempsey, things are about to get uncomfortable for him, because Evil, who we have not seen yet here in NXT, but we have seen in New Japan, is an opponent that will make things hard, difficult, will wrestle you to a certain point where it's no longer wrestling, it's a goddamn fight with no rules. That's what this man brings to the fight here. If I'm Charlie Dempsey, I'm definitely holding on to that North American Championship as tight as possible, because if not, you're going to lose that title tonight, my guy. I say that with everything, man. Everything. You know, Evil is a disruptor. Evil wants chaos. That's what he wants. And for Charlie Dempsey, he might not be used to chaos. He might be used to the structure way that he was taught in wrestling. He's a member of Birthright. Didn't have to fight the way his daddy fought. William Regal was out there fighting for a life, for a pretty much a life to avoid going back to the streets of Blackpool, while Charlie didn't have that. Charlie got to grow up in a less hectic environment than his dad, so we don't know if he has that in, just like how his father had it. He'll have to he'll have it right now, we'll see it tonight, or he is going to get demolished by Evil here in this championship matchup. And here comes Charlie Dempsey with Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Ariana Grace. The Dempsey, the Birthright, coming out here to support him. And I don't think Evil really cares if he brings them out. I don't think Evil minds. I think Evil would love to see these guys try to get in this matchup and try to do something. You know, Charlie Dempsey, the man that believes that wrestling is about technique, positioning, discipline, and control. Well, against Evil, there's going to be none of that. There is going to be no position, no control, as Evil will just cause the chaos. So two different philosophies about to go into that ring, and Dempsey's going to be the first man to find out from NXT what Evil is all about. It's structure versus chaos in this situation that we have here for the NXT European Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Oita, Japan, weighing in at 250 pounds. And his opponent from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 208 pounds. The NXT European Champion, Charlie Dempsey.
And here we go. The presentation of the championship has been done. It's been finished. We are going to get ready to see these two men knock each other's damn head off, destroy whatever they can. And Dempsey getting the first start of it. And that's important. But there's Evil with the punch. And there's a kick right there to change the name of the game. Dempsey is a longer tenure here on NXT compared to Evil, who has been a longer tenure in New Japan in the rest of the world. And Evil, one of the first building blocks right now of a new partnership that we will be growing into, and that will be the New Japan partnership. We will feature a couple episodes of New Japan a week, only 1 or 2 matches, maybe 3, depending on it. But if we do two episodes a week, that would be 6 matches, up to 6 matches in a week, depending on what the show calls for, depending on what goes down. But from what I'm understanding, guys like Evil, guys like Shinsuke Nakamura, guys and gals like Io Sky, Asuka will be part of those shows, integrating some of the talent of New Japan with the talent of the WWE. Another great addition to the lineup. We already have TNA added to it, and now we'll be adding New Japan. And we saw right now that there is a forbidden door open right now between ECW and AEW, a trial run to see if we will have the dream card of a WWE versus AEW pay-per-view PLE. We'll wait and see how that trial goes. But right now, we're happy to say right now that we will be implementing New Japan in the future of Universe mode, and it will be a mixture of talent from New Japan, talent from around the world, and talent from WWE, NXT, AAA, all of those brands will be looking to add talent in there as well. Give more an opening, more content for you guys, and more matches to come. And you guys get to hear my lovely voice even more. But right now, Evil setting up for a power bomb here. Charlie Dempsey gonna go down right here. Oh, he's gonna give him a reverse snake eyes right there. Just drops him. Oh, Dempsey, the champion, in trouble. The Evil lines up that corner big time. Big time. That's a hip right to you right there. It's like almost like a Jacob Fatu hip right there. And we all know that Evil has chosen chaos, and he's going to bring it here. But there's Dempsey now, wanting to bring it back to himself. Look at Dempsey. You know, right now he's showing that there is going to be no wasted movement, and that everything will have a purpose in this matchup with his style. Here comes Dempsey, asking him. He's busted open. Right? I think I see a little bit of blood on the top of his head. Not yet gushing like a pig yet, but he is busted open from the top right now of the head, and we'll see if that comes into play. It was the old adage that blood comes into your eyes. You start seeing just red. You start seeing you don't have a great vision of it, and an opponent like Evil will capitalize on that. An opponent like Evil will take control of that, and he'll beat you in this one. And right now, this is Charlie Dempsey entering the world of Evil, and Evil dropping a DDT. You know, Dempsey wants to wrestle, but Evil just wants to make you miserable. He just wants to make you hurt. And look at him continuing with those attacks right there. You know, this is what it's all about, a hard-hitting fight right now. The European wrestler like Charlie Dempsey, his style against its style from Japan of Evil. It is two different styles, and that is what the European Championship's all about, seeing different styles like this compete against someone of the European wrestling scene. And Dempsey asking for a pickup here, asking for a pickup of Evil, and Evil gonna get double axe handled there by the champ, by the referee, a little distracted in the back, but Dempsey just attacking and going right at these kicks right here. I did talk about earlier, I didn't think that Charlie Dempsey had that dog in him, that he didn't grow up like his father. His father had to starve himself for everything, and when he wanted to win money, when he wanted to win food, he had to fight in the mean streets of Blackpool, while Charlie Dempsey was living a good life thanks to his father, and he went for the power of the punch. And Evil, already knowing that trick very well from watching some tape, some footage of Dempsey. And, you know, if Evil does win this championship tonight, like I said, he's going to change the identity of the NXT European Championship to his style, his type of chaos. And he'll put that kind of style, and that's the style you're going to have to wrestle to either beat, or you're going to have to find a way to control that chaos of his. As he's doing some trash talking right now to Stacks. And Stacks very good at trash talking. He just almost distracted him, but takedown right there. The ref a little distracted with, the ref's kicking out Birthright. I don't know if he's kicking out both of them, but he's kicking them out right now. But Evil is looking to make Dempsey to submit with that. Look at that crossface. That is a different variation of it. But Dempsey finding a way out of this crossface right here. The champion trying to get himself through this one. And big punches coming through. Now, here comes again another power bomb. Maybe a power bomb. Dempsey's already saw it once. He's not going to fall for it again. And now Dempsey gets a jawbreaker, though, as you try to run back to attack Evil. And that's not how you play this game against a man like Evil. You don't try to just run up at him. He will take you down. I think Ariana Grace is the one that was sent out of the ring. The referee tossing her out because Stacks is still out there. He's still out there. He's like, I'm good. I'm clean. She's gone. And with him still out there, you always have to be aware of that from Birthright. And look at Dempsey. Got the heads. Got the head right there. Brought him down right there. And a beautiful move right there by Charlie Dempsey as he's trying to take control again. And Dempsey now picking up Evil. And back on the hardest part of the ring. Yeah, I think he's going to do it. A backdrop on the hardest part of the ring. In case you guys didn't know that. It's the hardest part of the ring. And here comes Dempsey. Where's Heath going? What is he up to? What is the champ thinking? What can the champ do in this situation? And now, Dempsey might be sizing him up here. Dempsey's got the arm right here. A chicken wing right here. A chicken wing holder. A chicken wing hold, but stomping on the foot. And he got the best of him. And now, Evil takedown. STO takedown by the one they call Evil. And now, back to a submission. We saw this crossface again. Trying to make him tap. Trying to break him. Trying to make him quit. And definitely wants to take. That's the way he takes your dignity and your honor, by making you tap out. And Dempsey went flying at him. But Evil getting the hell out of the way. And he has just dropped Charlie Dempsey in what has become a very great matchup. And I will give you guys this right now. Once we bring it to New Japan, once it comes into the fold, expect matches like this. Expect matches where it's basically true on whatever you can do in that ring, what it is in that ring that you can do. What a suplex there by Dempsey, but Evil getting back up, and another STO takedown by Evil. And again, look at him. He really wants to make him tap. He really wants to make him quit. And a third crossface. So close to the ropes, though, but look at Evil, the way he positions himself so he can bounce back off that ropes if he needs to bounce back off. If he sees Dempsey getting too damn close. But will Dempsey tap? Dempsey again, fighting again. I think that's the one good thing about training with your father, William Regal. You find different ways to survive submission moves and hold on longer, and then find ways to keep getting out of it. And I think that's what Dempsey is relying on right now, showing that his training with his father has come through. And then you have other experienced trainers that you grew up with, grew up hearing stuff from you, who you saw them, and you think to yourself, damn, okay, like I have a much better position than others. But Evil try to take down Dempsey. Now Dempsey finds the ways of the ropes to get around. And look at Dempsey picking him up his head and throwing him right over. But that definitely took a lot out of Dempsey right there. Took a lot out of the champion. He's trying to pick himself up here, trying to find a will to live here and a will to fight. It's not just, it's not just a championship who's going to have to drive him anymore. It's going to have to be, you're in a fight against a man whose first match here, and he's looking real good. And he's looking like he's trying to dethrone you. And he's going to take your championship on his first night, his first match. And Birthright right now could be losing a championship here. It's Evil with the snake eyes, but now Evil turns it around. But there's Dempsey. Now Dempsey, oh, look at Stacks trying to grab Evil right here. And Dempsey trying to take over, but look at Evil back at it again. But a punch countered right there. Now a punch countered by Evil. Now they're countering each other's punches. But Evil back to work again. But there's Dempsey. The counters are coming in like crazy hot glue right now. And they're just coming back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. As now the chops and the trade of blows is where we're at here. This is for the NXT European Champion. Dempsey is the champion. Evil on his first match in PLE here on NXT is challenging for that title. And there's a submission there, but the rope break will save Charlie Dempsey. And I don't think Evil cares about it anymore. He's like, I'm going to put this man out of his goddamn misery. And big time knee to Evil as Dempsey now might be trying to close this out. Imagine if he could beat Evil on his first night, what that will do. And what a suplex there. Dropped him on his head. And I guess I say you should have a great neck for that. That's how you build. That's how you get spin strong. And Dempsey back to him again here. Submission. Look at the way he's twerking that neck. Look at the way he's got the twerk right there. And Dempsey putting all his body weight on the back and on the neck of Evil. But will Evil tap out? Will he give up here? No. He is surviving himself. I don't know, Dempsey probably couldn't keep on any longer with the hold and a kick right there. That's going to take it to Dempsey. And Dempsey goes flying with an arm strike right there. And the kid is showing you what he can do, how he can fight, and what he's capable of as Dempsey now. High risk. Oh, in for an uppercut from the middle ropes and nothing there. And now Evil picking him up. Go! Lift above and drop him down. Evil. This is the Evil that we've known and from New Japan. And again, excited about that partnership and excited to see where it takes us. And now Evil again. We've seen this submission again, but he's going to put it on again for a fourth time. Really trying to stretch it. And there's Dempsey. Oh, I thought he had some tap. I thought I saw him tap. But I guess no. I guess it was not a tap, but it looked like it was a tap. He could be done. Yeah, there it is. Tapping out. Yeah, couldn't hold on anymore. It was either that or suffer serious damage. That would have eventually forced you to relinquish that championship. And we have a new NXT European Champion, and his name is Evil. What a way to kick things off on your first night in NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Extreme Women's Championship.
We're ready. We are ready for this one. It is for the Evolve Women's Championship. It's going to be a hell of a match here. Kali Armstrong, Nikkita Lyons, ready to go for it. Will we crown a new champion? Are we looking at it right there in Armstrong? She brought out Nikki Blackheart here to have her back. And a lot of people were questioning that decision, saying that Nikki wants the title just as bad as Kali. And Kali beat Nikki for a chance to become the #1 contender. So you have to be looking out at Nikki to not screw over Kali. It could be just that simple. She could be thinking, let me screw her over, and that way she doesn't get the title. If I can't have it, then she can't have it. But Nikkita Lyons, a worthy champion so far. But this is going to really test her championship legacy, her championship reign. And we're going to see if the Lioness is going to be able to handle business here tonight. She wanted the bright spot. She wanted the bright lights. She wanted the moment. And they're giving you a co-main event spot here, because the NXT Women's Championship will be the main event. But they're giving you a chance to be right there, right near the end of the show. So definitely this is a big moment for Nikkita, and Nikkita hoping to be able to show out tonight here in night 1 of NXT Battleground. You know what, right now Kali has, I don't want to say she has nothing to lose, because she loses a chance, but she is a weapon, a walking weapon. She is somebody that will continue to rise above and continue to compete. So I think she has nothing to lose, because she'll be back in this spot. She'll find a way to get back into it. Yeah, she might lose a championship matchup here, but she'll be back at it again, and it's just in the due time that she'll get that championship. Meanwhile, again, the pressure is on Nikkita Lyons here tonight. Don't know if she'll ever hold that Evolve Championship again if she loses it here tonight. Don't really know that. Don't know what her future will be in NXT. Don't know if she'll be getting that call up soon. She could be someone that does get in there. You know, she has the experience in between these two ladies, but still, it's not going to be an easy fight. But the one thing she does know is what carrying that championship means, and understanding that there's always going to be a challenger ready for you. And this is what's about to happen. Kali Armstrong wants to shock NXT and Evolve. Let's see if she can do it when the Women's Championship, the Women's Evolve Championship is on the line. She misses that clothesline. Nikkita was able to dodge that one, but now showing Nikkita, hey, I got power too. Don't think I can't outpower you. Look at that. That's how you start it off, by throwing her up in the air and let her truly know your power. This is what makes Armstrong so damn dangerous. She can pull power up like that, picking up Nikkita Lyons like that. And as for Kali, you can't let Nikkita dictate the pace of this matchup. You just have to keep pouncing and attacking and showing her the domination, because that's what's going to take this championship off of hers. You know, you look at Kali, there's no way anyone intimidates her in that ring. And there's no way that Nikkita Lyons will be the one that intimidates Kali Armstrong here. Look at this power. Just dropping Nikkita, man. Just dropping her like no business. And right now the power of Kali Armstrong on full display. And I can't wait to see what else she can come up, or how she can pick up Nikkita Lyons, because she's picking her up like nothing yet again. It's like she's in a way with a cruiserweight, just throwing them around anywhere she wants. It's Blackheart watching on the outside, watching the other side, watching that Chantel Moore doesn't get any funny ideas to help out Nikkita Lyons here tonight. And now pick up again on Nikkita Lyons, trying to bring it back to her pace, trying to keep the action on the floor and not let Armstrong be picking anybody up or lifting anyone up from their current situation. That's Kali now dropping on the knees, dropping elbow strikes. Look at that. That was around the world in 60 elbow drops right there. And now we got a pinfall there, but Nikkita Lyons not going to give up so easily. That title could be gone from her, but you're going to have to do a lot more work to take it off of her. As much as people want to discredit her, give her crap for being who she is outside of the ring, her character in that ring, she's found ways to win it. They haven't been pretty, but if you find ways to win it, I don't think you can really hate. Can't really hate the way they win it. If they find ways. It's not about how you do it for some people. Some people want you to do it the right way and clean and be the best that you can. But for Nikkita, it's about just winning the match. And she went after Kali, but Kali backs off a little bit there and blocks that attempt there. And now the power of Armstrong to suplex Nikkita into next week has been shown here. And now big splash. No splash at all, because Nikkita Lyons was able to step out of the way there, able to get out of that spotlight. And Nikkita bringing her back into the ring. Jesus. And now the power here. It's being shown by Nikkita Lyons, her own version of power here. Lyons saying, I'm going for a pinfall here. I'm going to try to get a win here. And a kick out there. A kick out by Armstrong. As Lyons trying to understand what the frick is going on here. And more shots, big shots here. And look at the strength again. That is true power. True power by Nikkita Lyons. I've had enough of being lifted up and thrown away like that. That's not my style. But there's Kali Armstrong. Got lifted up, but she found a way to flip her way around and then smack Nikkita Lyons down to the ground. And Armstrong with a big time push. A big time shoulder block right there. And Armstrong hoping and praying. And Armstrong's our new Evolve Women's Champion. And yeah, I mean, how could she not? She was doing things to Nikkita Lyons, and Nikkita Lyons is not being used to in the ring, getting tossed around, getting thrown up in the air, falling down on the ground, and a huge pounces. And there is your new NXT, nope, sorry, your new Evolve Women's Champion. And now we're going to get ready for our main event of night 1. And I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
That is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Miami, Florida, Lola. Introducing the champion, representing Fatal Influence from Tampa, Florida, the NXT Women's Champion, Jacy Jayne. Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, the NXT Women's North American Champion, Kendal. Introducing the challenger from Dallas, Texas, Wren Sinclair.
Everything is ready. Everything is up for the moment. Here we freaking go for the best women in the NXT women's division on display here. And that's saying volumes, because our division, the NXT women's division, one of the best women's division in all of professional wrestling. The champion Jacy Jayne only has a 25% chance, and this is a ladder match, so your title is hanging above the ring right now. Lola Vice, a former NXT Women's Champion. Kendal Gray, who currently holds the NXT North American Championship, the Women's North American Championship. She holds that title. So right now trying to become a double champ, while Wren Sinclair, Wren, a great friend to Kendal Gray, got herself added into this matchup thanks to Jacy Jayne. She said, look, Kendal, I want to see your best friend in this matchup, and let's see if you truly are best friends. No fatal influence at ringside here, so Jayne not going to have her puppets coming around with her, helping her out. And Jayne, though, coming at Wren, and look at that save there, but Wren's like, hey, I'm sorry. This is everybody for themselves. Tonight I'm going to show you the best, but look at Kendal Gray using a springboard, but Wren says, I know you pretty well. And she steps out the way as Jacy Jayne on the outside with Lola Vice. And if we know anything, we know that these two eventually will clash. We've seen friends clash, especially when a title like the NXT Women's Championship is on the line. But Wren right now hoping that her and Kendal can get over this. Can just, say, look, this is the Women's Championship. If it comes down to both of us climbing in the ring, then we go for it. And Wren gonna think to herself, set up the ladder, start the climb, man. No one's paying attention to. But there's Jacy Jayne, who I didn't think she was paying attention. Oh no, tossed off the ladder. Jayne removing Wren Sinclair. My name is Jayne. King of the Hill reference, guys. King of the Hill reference. Go watch King of the Hill if you haven't watched it yet. Great show. And now Wren on the other side trying to get her bearings straight, while it is Lola and Jacy Jayne's fighting. Kendall's picking herself up here, but this is where things get a little bit more. No, Wren telling Kendal, get out of my way. I don't want to hurt you, but I'll hurt Lola. I'll hurt Lola, and I'll hurt... Oh, Jacy, they're teaming up together to double suplex Lola. And takedown right there of Jacy Jayne. As Wren Sinclair and Jacy Jayne fighting on the outside, and back to the ladder. There's Wren, but Lola removing Jacy out of the equation, puts her at that pole. Look at that. We got a little bit of white right there. And now it's Kendal Gray at the top again, and Wren throws her off, says, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, but I can't let you win. You already got one title. Why are you trying to be so greedy and win two? Why not have none? It's definitely seen maybe some tension there between those two best friends. Even though Kendal and Wren said, hey, this is going to be all about the title. It's going to be a friendship after the matchup. But I'm not sure if it is all about friendship. Eventually, if you see your friend already holding two titles and you're holding none, and you're working hard and you've been here longer, definitely can see the frustration where it can come from. And look at Wren saying, I'm drawing the line here because I'm ready to beat you here. And Jacy with an elbow. There's a reason why she is the champ. There's a reason why she continues to be the standard for the women's division. And Jacy Jayne with a backbreaker to Wren Sinclair, while you got Lola Vice over there. And Kendal Gray dropping a ball. God! Oh, the body just rebounding off the ladder there. But she's just, I don't know, she's running on adrenaline or what the hell she's running on, but she's running on something because she just came back, lifted up Lola Vice, and dropped her into a suplex. As Wren Sinclair has dropped Jacy Jayne. Wren Sinclair reaching for that championship, going for it, and Kendal Gray saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, that's Jacy Jayne who throws her off the ladder. The championship is on the line, hanging up top right now. Here on the main event of Battleground Tampa Night 1. And now Lola tossed into the ladder. Lola Vice trying not to be forgotten about in this matchup. Definitely a name you don't want to underestimate. Now Lola has JC in that corner. And but Kendal stops any momentum she's got in a springboard crossbody by Kendal Gray. As Kendal now has everybody in a position that she knows she can take them. But now look at Wren Sinclair. Not going to allow anything, but there's Kendal trying to protect Wren. Body slam. And Lola Vice pushing Kendal Gray across the ring here. Lola Vice sees it and a big time running elbow right at her in that corner. And now Lola gets taken down by Wren, but JC. And Wren, Lola. Lola's finding something within her. It's Kendal tossing Wren outside, and I can't have you in this ring. When I go climbing for that ladder, I don't want you to drop me, and I don't want you to get hurt from me becoming the champion, a double champ, while you haven't even become a single champ. And I've been here in a shorter time than you have. Kendal, a former NXT a former Evolve Women's Champion in her own right. Wasn't the longest reign, but she did definitely hold that title. Had a couple great matches in that mix as the Evolve Women's Champion. And now Lola Vice. If I'm Lola, I'm thinking to myself, set the ladder up. Get up there. Get the ladder. Set yourself up there. Don't let anyone take you out of this one. But here comes Jacy Jayne. Two veterans of the NXT brand looking at each other right now. And Jayne trying to pick up Lola. But Lola, big time sidekick there. Lola Vice taking down Kendal. Is this Lola Vice's moment to shine? Is she going to take out the rest of the field? And went for the kick, but no, I think she missed it and might have stepped on the ladder as Kendal Gray now was hoping to take control of it, but the ladder was in her way. And look at Wren Sinclair, a full-on running crossbody. And now Jacy Jayne, big-time splash onto Wren, and a big-time sends on down into the corner of Wren Sinclair. And right now, here comes Lola with the big kicks again. And Lola Vice with the momentum right now. Set up the ladder. Get up there. Climb up there. Get that NXT Women's Championship. She's delivering chair shots. But for what? Go up there. And another chair shot. They both went for it. And Lola got the best of it. But Kendall's up. What a move there by Kendal Gray. And she might pull it off here. Wren Sinclair is up. Lola's climbing. Not Lola, sorry. Kendal is climbing. And there's Wren ready to take down her friend. And she drops her onto the ladder that was already set up there. The body's going to feel the pain of that one. Kendal stepping up right now on the outside. Taking a deep breath. Understanding the situation she's in. And Wren thrown onto one ladder. And what's Lola thinking here? Wren's hanging on that ladder right now. Trying to get some breath. A fresh breath of air here. A reset and goodness. And good thing Wren's out of that right there, or else that ladder would have broken with her right then. It would have been broken in half. As right now Jacy Jayne's telling Lola Vice, you can get in my ring, but I'm going to break you every single time. And now there's Jacy Jayne, the champion, being tossed out on the line. What a scissor kick by Wren Sinclair. Now Lola Vice setting up a ladder. No, for who is that ladder going to be? The position of where it's at right now. Definitely know there is a setup coming through. And they're looking at this. They're looking at this ladder right now in that corner right now, thinking, how can I hurt my opponent? How can I break him? And bodies are being put on these ladders, people. And now Lola back in the ring right here and going after Kendal Gray, the North American Women's Champion, is in trouble here because Kendall's going to fly. She flew towards Jacy Jayne and bodies were sacrificed. Bodies were mangled. And Lola getting up right now, but at what cost? Only one in the ring right now with the ladder, Wren Sinclair. And Lola quick to capitalize and close out on that. And here we go, back to it again. And Jayne's telling her, what are we doing there? Man, this has become a fight. This is, you don't know when to go for. Big time kick to the back of the head of the champion. And oh, sorry, the champion's got roundhouse kick. I guess that is down for Jacy Jayne. She is out of this one. And now here we go again. Here we go again. Wren Sinclair is down, but there it is. Not allowing Lola Vice to survive. Kendal Gray not giving anything at all. And what a springboard moonsault by Kendal. And Kendal right now in trouble because her friend tossing her off of that ladder. And she says, okay, good. Good, you didn't fall off. I gave you the warning shot that you needed. And Jacy Jayne said, I'm going to climb. And you guys aren't going to be focused on me. So I'm going to get my title. And I think Jacy Jayne might be able to reach and climb. And oh, there's a stop there by Lola Vice. I don't know if Wren froze or what happened there, but she was about to allow Jacy Jayne to take it. And now the punches. And now Jacy tossing her off onto the ladder. Jesus. Part of her body hitting the ladder that was already structured there. And like your whole body, you felt like the shoulder and the little area. That's going to hurt by the end of this matchup. But look who's sneaking on through it. Look who's coming through. And Kendal Gray trying to hold. Oh, she's holding on for dear life. And yeah, she got it. She got it. Kendal Gray is your new NXT Women's Champion. She's taking the championship. And she is now Kendal with the 2 belts. Kendal now holds both the NXT Women's North American Championship and now the Women's NXT Championship. What a night 1 it was. We will see you for night 2 next week. Thank you for joining us, by the way, guys.